Okay, film peeps, it is May 1st, which means only one thing. I'm on my way to see the Thunderbolts at 10:30 at night. He's going to finish at 1 o'clock in the morning. Also, welcome back to week number, what are we on, 16? I think we're on 16 now. Blinking heck. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Thank you!
Fantastic Four! Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Protecting you from boring evening.
Elena! So good to see you!
Hi, Dad.
Oh, no. Hi. I'm Bob.
You know, I never really thought you'd have a promising political career, but less than half a term.
You can't outrun the emptiness.
I think Bob's dark side got superpowers. Get everybody off the street.
What's up everyone, welcome back to week number 16. And the first film we watched, as you saw, was the Thunderbolts. And I know I'm still a few weeks behind, so this was a while ago now. But I've actually seen this film twice, because the Thunderbolts is actually probably in my top 3 Marvel films of all time. And, well, spoiler alert, I'll probably tell you what I'm going to rate this film, because the film was so good. Marvel's had its ups and downs recently, but the Thunderbolts, all the characters, I think, work really well together. You got, when you think about it, the most obscure side characters ever: Elena, Red Guardian, Taskmaster, Ghost, Bob. But this film was really good, and the story, how it brings all these misfits together, was done really well. And it's such a contrast to other Marvel films, because these aren't heroes, these are scumbags who want to be good guys, and that type of story is really interesting. The film made me laugh, so even the second time watching, I laughed at the same jokes because they're so funny. And I'll say it's mainly from David Harbour, because he's like just hilarious as the Red Guardian. But the entire team working together is really, it's funny, it's fantastic. The story was kind of sad as well, especially to do with Bob and Sentry. So I just adored this film to pieces, and I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10, because maybe to others this film isn't perfect, but to me, and the recent way Marvel's been going, this was such a breath of fresh air, and it made me feel so good, and it made me feel so happy to watch it again and again and again, that I think it does deserve, from me personally, a 10 out of 10. And the twist at the end as well, where it reveals the new name, well, Marvel's posted it themselves now, so it's not much of a spoiler, but the new Avengers, oh, that build-up's going to be fantastic. And it leads directly into the Fantastic Four, which I can't wait for. Okay, y'all, I'm back home and I'm watching Y2K. I just really wanted to watch this.
Welcome. You've got mail.
What's Argyle doing? Stranger Things.
You know, and the Ocarina incident, I'll always be sorry about.
Wait, what's the Ocarina incident?
Oh no. Okay, so last summer, he's basically using me. That's my computer. I wonder if he recognizes me. Huh? Oh! Dude, good to see you too, pal.
Y2K was one that caught my interest, and well, first of all, it's based on the real-life event of Y2K, where everyone thought the world was going to end because computers were designed to enter the year 2000. So I thought making a film on that would be really interesting, and this film is a horror film based on it, so I thought that was even more of a great idea. And it's basically about robots turning evil and taking over the world on Y2K. And yeah, the concept is fantastic. I think it could have been done better. The cast wasn't awful, but it wasn't the best. But I think they did do their best, and it was a valiant effort. It had its funny parts, and the story was decent. I did not enjoy it, but again, it could have been better. So I'm probably going to give her a 6.5 out of 10, because it's quirky. But I do think it could have been done, some aspects could have been done just a little better. The Goonies. Because I was in work earlier and I asked my co-worker what her favourite film was, and she said, Goonies, obviously. I've seen the Goonies before, it's a fantastic film, so I'm going to watch her again. Now, The Goonies is a classic. I haven't watched it in years, so I was so happy to be able to watch it again. I think I decided to watch it because when I was in work, I asked my colleague Grace if what her favourite film was, and she said The Goonies, and I was like, oh, classic. So then later that day I watched it, and I'm glad I did because it's fantastic. First of all, I absolutely adore the cast. You got like Sean Austin, Ke Kwan, Josh Brolin. They were all just a fantastic, solid cast. And just seeing all these actors as children, because the actors we know now are adults, so seeing them all them years ago as children, it's mad. It's time flies. And I didn't even exist when that film came out. But The Goonies is such a staple to film. It's such a classic. It's so funny. The story's fantastic. The characters, you love them all. So I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 because really, The Goonies is just... Come on, you can't get more iconic than The Goonies. May the 4th be with you, young Padawan. Yep, we're watching a Star Wars film. It's May the 4th, so just like Mario Day, Star Wars. No, not sure which one yet, so.
Oh, Lyra. Troublesome as ever.
You're not taking him.
No, of course I'm not. I'm taking you all. Where'd you get it?
I found it.
I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
There are a lot of explosions for two people blending in. You're right. I should just wait on the ship.
Scatter. They're going to scatter. Why does nobody ever tell me anything, Arthur?
Star Wars Rogue One. Happy May the 4th, by the way. I know it's weeks ago now. My fault for being late with these videos. Anyway, Star Wars Rogue One. Yeah, I watched it because I thought I can't really start one of the trilogy films because then I'd have to watch all the trilogy. So as a one-off, I watched Rogue One, and it's a solid film. Obviously, I've watched it before, and I knew it was going to be a good film when I started it, obviously. But watching it again, I was like, actually watching this again has made me want to rewatch all the Star Wars films. So I might do that either this year or next year, wherever. And I guess it making me want to rewatch all the Star Wars films tells you that it's a good film. I like how it's its own thing. It's a one-off film, not really. It obviously is connected to the other films, but the characters themselves aren't really related to the other films because they all die in the end. Spoiler alert. So I thought it was a great plot. It sets up a lot of other things and explains a lot of things about the Star Wars universe. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I think that's a solid score for it.
This show on the road.
I'll scare him real bad. The point is, folks, I'm gonna do anything to get your business. Hell, I'll possess myself if I gotta. Whoa! Yo! I got demons running all through me. Oh.
There was nothing beautiful about this. You two kids picked me. You didn't have to, but you picked me. It makes me want to kiss you guys. Come on.
No, you're poison, huh?
I can't believe I haven't watched Beetlejuice sooner because he's actually fantastic. Michael Keaton playing Beetlejuice, and they got like Winona Ryder. You got I forgot the actress's name on screen now. The actress of Kevin McAllister's mother from Home Alone. It's a solid cast, and I just want to say that the film is so weird. You probably will watch it if you do, and think this is so strange and bizarre. But I think that's the charm of the film. And I like that. If you haven't picked that up for me already, I love strange and weird and whatnot films. Michael Keaton plays Beetlejuice so well. He's just such a stupid, silly character. And he plays the part fantastically and aids the story so well. It's so funny, and the story was really good. I just really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but I did. And I was really looking forward to watching the second one, and spoilers for what comes next. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I really loved Beetlejuice. But don't say your name 3 times. Yesterday we watched Beetlejuice. Today we watch Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I said that 3 times. Bloody hell.
Hey, Toots! You're not supposed to be back here. Don't make me tell you twice.
Afterlife, crime units.
Let me take a wild stab. Actor.
Not just any actor.
Run!
Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I shouldn't say that again. And it's just as good as the first one. What can I say? I wouldn't say it's better. I wouldn't say it's worse either. Because the first one is obviously a classic film. But this one is because normally when they make sequels or remakes, this one isn't a remake, it's a sequel, it's not normally as good as the original. But I think this one does maintain that level, that solid 9 out of 10 level. Oh, I just said where I rated it. There we go, 9 out of 10. Because it maintains that weirdness again. Michael Keaton coming back as Beetlejuice. He just, again, after all these years, he has that weird touch. He has that stupidity in him to play that role, and I love it a bit. And then, obviously, you have Winona Ryder coming back as Delia Dietz, I think her name is. And this time she has her own daughter, and that's played by Jenna Ortega. And again, she's one of my favourite actresses, so that's just another thing that makes me love the film. And I think Jenna Ortega is perfect for these type of roles, like Wednesday and Beetlejuice. I think she's the perfect casting for such a film in the modern day. So I can see why they went for it, and I absolutely agree with that casting. Again, fantastic film, maintains the same quality as the first one, story was really good, so what can I say? 9 out of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're wondering what I was doing a countdown.
If you could know exactly when you were going to die, would you want to know? That's creepy. That's literally all it says.
Awesome.
Ooh, okay, new game.
Who's your manager?
Let me go get him.
Yeah,
All right,
get him.
hold on. Hello, I'm the manager. Something I can help you with, miss?
Countdown was one that caught my interest on Netflix. It's a horror film where the premise is basically this app exists and no one knows who made it. And when you download it, it tells you when you're going to die and then a countdown starts, so when it comes to an end, you die. So then obviously the main characters download it, obviously, a classic horror trope. The characters do something they're not supposed to, and then they get caught up in it all. And then they need to try and break out of the loop. I thought it was quite good. I thought it was a quirky, unique film, a unique horror film. I do like it when horror films kind of break out of like the average serial killer and go a bit more creative in their ways. So I do respect that, and I think it was a good idea, executed fairly well. Maybe parts could have been done better, but overall I'd say a solid 7 out of 10 because I enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the story, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. For the last few weeks and a few more weeks after this, we've been watching The Last of Us Season 2, which is out, and I love Pedro Pascal to bits. So, in honour of Pedro Pascal, today we are watching We Can Be Heroes. There he is, Joel, my beloved. Greatest human being on earth. Pedro Pascal. I won't deny it. I only watched We Can Be Heroes because Pedro Pascal was in it. Because this was when I was watching The Last of Us as well. And I love Pedro Pascal. He's like one of my favourite actors ever. So, yeah, it's a kid's film before anything else. So, obviously, it's not going to be fantastic. It's going to be just good enough to appeal to kids. And that's where it does. Well, it's actually a sequel to Shark Boy and Lava Girl, which was a film from my childhood, and bloody hell, I loved that film as a kid. Anyway, it's not really, it's a sequel, but it doesn't follow on from that story. It's just like set in the same universe, and Shark Boy and Lava Girl are in it. It's like kind of side characters. The story was okay for a kid's film, obviously. The acting wasn't too bad considering all the cast were children. So yeah, I'll give her a 6 out of 10. I'll be fair to it because it's not perfect, but it's also not awful. Say goodbye to week 11 because it's over. I know. But don't be sad because week 17 is coming up soon, so I'll see you then. Again, leave in the comments if you have any film recommendations. If you enjoyed any of the recommendations I give you this week, go check them out and leave your opinions on them in the comments. I am running out of breath, so I'll see you later. Thanks very much for watching. You're all amazing people, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye!